Motion by Bing, second by Martin. All those in favor? Rich, who were you waiting for again on the first issue? Was it? Nanette?
Nelson of the Flathead Lake Biological Station and Barry Hans of our Tribal Fisheries Program. And did that motion pass or fail?
It did.
It passed?
Yes, it passed.
Okay. We did. Thank you, Madam Chair. Let's go on, if we can, go on to Seth Makepeace. And I will try to get Nanette on the line.
Okay, we'll go ahead with Seth. His information starts on page 47.
Good morning, Tribal Council members. Seth Makepeace here. I have two items for review by the council and potential signature. They are water rights compact implementation technical team task orders. And I included the work plan and everything. I'd go to page 63 if you just want to kind of cut to the chase. I realize the tribes have new signature processes, but we do these activities under a master agreement with the state of Montana, which requests the tribal chair's signature. And the item number one is to support crop water monitoring stations, which we term the AgriMet network, which help individual irrigators with crop water use and water use efficiency on farm. The second item is, and that's to transfer $32,000 to the tribes for maintenance of these stations. The second activity is a reservoir monitoring. We're updating our reservoir, our water measurement network to include reservoir monitoring to help all overall water management and compact implementation. And that would be the second motion I would request. And just for your information, this is our 11th task order with the state of Montana. And to date, they've transferred approximately $1.87 million to the tribe's water resources program. So pretty good amount of money. And this was the legislatively approved money, and we've been putting it to very good work, upgrading the water measurement network and doing a variety of things. So my initial request would relate to page 63, and I would request that the tribal council authorize the chair to sign task order 11 for transfer of $32,000 from the state of Montana to the tribes to support the AgriMet crop water measurement network.
Motion by Mike. Are you to approve task order number 10 first?
That was number 11, excuse me.
Number 11?
Yeah.
Okay, motion by Mike. Do I have a second? Second by Martin. All those in favor? Unanimous.
Thank you very much. The next motion, oh, excuse me. Yeah. The next motion I would request would be for the tribal council to approve task order number 10 in the amount of $165,000, 165,335 to complete the reservoir monitoring network on the irrigation project reservoirs. Request chair signature for that.
Okay, we have a motion by Mike. Second by Martin. All those in favor? Okay, unanimous. Thank you, Seth.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You as well.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Rich.
I don't see Nanette on the call.
I believe she's in council, Rich.
Oh, okay, so we're ready.
Okay, come on up, Miss Nelson. Morning.
We also have Barry Hansen on Zoom as
And Nanette, go ahead and turn your microphone on whenever you're ready. Rich, did you have any comments preceding this, or do you want Nanette to go ahead and get started?
No, Nanette can go. Let's get started. Thank you.
Good morning. Thanks for the opportunity to come talk to the Tribal Council about this collaborative research between the Flathead Lake Biological Station and the Natural Resources Department, specifically Rich and Barry Hansen. So we've been funded by U.S. Environmental Protection Agency to do some research related to management action by the Natural Resources Department in the suppression of lake trout. And so what we're looking at, the questions we're asking are how the removal of lake trout is affecting the food web, specifically how mercury is moving through the food web in the Flathead Lake. That's one aspect of our research. And Barry Hansen has been helping us out with the fish collection process there. The second part of the research is some of that fish is donated to local area food pantries. So we're going to be doing a survey of food pantry patrons, specifically women, tribal women of childbearing age, and we'll be asking them some questions about fish consumption. And I believe attached to our agenda request form is the actual survey instrument that we're going to be using, if you guys want to take a look at that or have any questions. And also attached is we've received IRB approval from Salish Kootenai College to conduct this research. So they've approved the survey questionnaire and the research protocols that we'll be using. And then the third and final component of this research is to take the data from the food web analysis and also from the social science survey and hold a half-day workshop. And in this workshop, we will be presenting this information to natural resource managers, public health decision makers, anyone else interested in this topic to find out what it is that the tribes want to do with this data. So for instance, one of the things that might come out of this is the reception or the knowledge about the fish consumption advisory that the tribes adopted in 2014. How far has that fish consumption advisory gone into the local public, specifically people who are using the food pantries for assistance? So with that, that's going to be wrapping up that will be the last part of the research that we'll be conducting. And so what would be helpful for us today too, is we are trying to find a collaborator within the public health department who may be able to assist us with handling this half-day conference. So if there are any names that we might reach out to specifically to try and find someone to partner with us, we would appreciate that.
Thank you. Go ahead, Carol.
Yeah, thank you for coming in today. I have been interested in this subject for quite a while about the mercury, because you always hear about so many fish you're supposed to eat out of the lake and things like that. But I do also volunteer at the food bank in Ronan. And I can tell you, there's not too many of the younger women that take the fish, but it's very much appreciated because a lot of people the older people do take it and utilize it. So that's a good thing. And then I also want to thank you for going through the IRB process, because I've noticed a few times people haven't went through that process, and then when it comes to doing research and talking to the people, we definitely need to stay on top of that as a tribe in the college. So I appreciate you doing that too. So yeah, anything I can do, I would definitely assist, but I'm not sure at Tribal Health who we would find out, but Jonathan Owens is probably the one we would ask on who he would want to assist you.
Jonathan Owens.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I don't know if you would make that contact or introduce Ms. Olson to him.
Yeah, we can get you his contact information.
That would be very helpful. And thank you. We'll be at the Ronan Food Pantry, St. Ignatius, and also Polson. So, and when we were setting this proposal up, I went down and met with each of the directors, and so they're aware of the projects. And part of the reason I came in person today too was to go back to the food pantries and meet with them, because it's usually a long process between writing a proposal and actually getting the funding. I've already hired 2 students from Salish Kootenai College to do the actual surveys themselves. So we have 2 student interns to help with these interviews and get these surveys completed.
Great, thank you. Are there any other comments or questions from council?
Motion, Madam Chair, to proceed.
Okay, motion by Carol to proceed with the research. Second by Martin. All those in favor? Unanimous?
All right, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead,
can I-
Brett.
I did send something through the chat. I was hoping we can discuss a separate issue from Nanette's.
Okay, go ahead if you want to present that.
Yeah, and Tom McDonald is online. We got a request this morning from the family of deceased tribal member Fred Cordier to host a memorial at Mission Dam this Sunday. And they're asking for a group use permit, but I want Tom to kind of go through the process. I know this is not normal, but we just got the request yesterday. So Tom, can you kind of explain the process?
Yes, Madam Chair. Rich forwarded me the court request he got this morning about this holding a memorial potluck by Mark Cordier for his father's memorial service at Mission Reservoir for up to 60 people. He believes most of the attendees would be tribal members, descendants, and some non-members. He wanted to make sure it was okay, and if there was a fee involved for a group use permit, so travelers from long distances wouldn't have to attempt to try to buy individual rec permits. If you could do a lump sum payment for those individuals who weren't tribal members, or those individuals who did already possess a rec permit that are locals. And so he wanted to see if that was possible. He's not asking for a free use permit. He just wants to make it legal and have permission to have that event, a potluck barbecue at Mission Reservoir. So normally we would fill out a group use permit for them. It requires council authorization for a lump sum fee schedule for an item like that, or for, in this case, a free use permit, because it's not educational. It would also require a council approval, but he's not asking for a free use. He's asking for consideration for visitors that aren't locals to be able to attend without without having the individual permits and to prepay that. He's
Well-
estimated that it might be $100 that he would be suggesting for the permit.
Go ahead, Carol.
Madam Chair, this is rare, and I would make a motion that we authorize the Fred Cordier family to utilize Mission Dam with following all the rules, and of course, no fishing at a rate of 200 or 100. 100, and then all the COVID rules too that apply, but they will be outside, and normally I would say there would be no fee, but since they don't want a free use, we could put $100 fee on there because he is tribal and this is just, just different. So.
Yeah. Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, Fred loved the Mission Dam area. That's where he grew up. So that's why they chose me. That was his wishes, Fred's wishes. So thank you.
Thank you. So I have a motion by Carol to approve, a second by Martin. All those in favor? Okay, unanimous.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That concludes NRD today.
Thank you, Rich. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We'll be back at 10:20.